Om Sam Saraswati Namaha. Namaste. Namaste, everyone. Tonight we're going to begin our study of Hanuman Puja, and Hanuman Puja is really an amazing puja because it has a puja for Ganesh and for the Guru, for Shiva, for Durga, for Vishnu, and a whole bunch of special mantras for Hanuman, and it has a complete, although simple, beginner's homa paddhati, a system for enkindling and worshiping it with the sacred fire. So we're going to be studying this text. If you have a copy of the text, we're going to begin on page 3 with the introduction. If not, you can get a copy online. Just visit our Devi Mandir bookstore. And let us begin. Mind is like a monkey. It jumps and dances, skips and hops, and invariably chatters incessantly. I'm sure everyone is in agreement. It reaches out to receive an offered banana or other such fruit, rushes forth to obtain all desires, and changes those desires with the fickleness of a primate, swinging from limb to limb, vine to creeper in the jungles of sensory stimulation. Well, here's this monkey reaching out for everything that comes into its in proximity so that he can find another sensory stimulation. Regardless of our desire, we must watch the monkey dance, whether you want to or not. We may try to meditate, to silence the chatter of the thousands of voices which resound in our inner space, yet that too is very difficult. In fact, even the greatest of meditators must agree with Arjuna in the Bhagavad Gita, who said, "To silence the mind seems to be more difficult than to master the mighty winds." Easier to stop the wind from blowing than to stop the mind from flowing. Every time we sit for meditation, we see a myriad of movies. They creep in almost imperceptibly, steal away our consciousness, and only when we have awakened sometime later do we realize that the monkey mind has again stolen our peace. We watch the reverie for a time, condemn our lack of control, feel anger for the impure or painful content of the movie scripts, and perhaps experience frustration at the futility of closing our eyes to a blank screen. Just doesn't happen. This is the nature of the monkey mind. Jumping, dancing, swinging from thought to thought without consistency, continuity, or any thread of divine purpose. We cannot be victorious even for a moment. Always we are returned to the movies of duality. There must be something else we can do with this monkey mind, another way to inspire the mind to subservience. Hanuman, the divine monkey, ever devoted, ever serviceful, is so full of love and faith, nothing remains difficult for him. If we cannot stop the movies of the monkey mind, then at least we can tune in to the vision of the divine monkey. His dance is always graceful. His jumping an act of service, and his thoughts of devotion are always so soothing. Rather than disdaining to watch the movie, let us certainly try to witness that divine epic being replayed on the stage of consciousness. Let our movies be all about the purity of devotion to the Lord, rather than the more common history of this ego, with which so many of us spend so much time. In this way, the movies will cease to thwart our purpose, so that we may experience the consciousness beyond the movie. Ram is the embodiment of divinity. Ra means the subtle body. A means consciousness. Mo means perfection. Ram, the consciousness of the subtle body of perfection. Sita means pure and straight. Hanuman is the perfect devotee of Ram and Sita, of the perfection of consciousness and the pure and straight. Hanuman's only intention is to serve. And like Christ said, the greatest amongst you will be the servant. Lord Ram needed a bridge to cross the ocean to Lanka, but brave Hanuman, saying the name of Ram with full faith and devotion, was able to jump into the sky and fly across the waters. Hanuman means a monkey. Not just any monkey, but the divine example of pure devotion. Ha means Ishwara, supreme consciousness. Nu means that which pervades. Man means manifested. Hanuman, the manifested existence of the supreme consciousness which pervades all. When Lord Shiva saw that Vishnu had taken birth upon the earth, he desired to participate in the drama which was to unfold. And therefore, as the 11th incarnation of Rudra, literally Asru Trayate, he who takes away the tears, he manifested as Hanuman, in which form he could act as the perfect servant of the Lord. By puja, worship of the Lord, the worship of the servant of the Lord, we train our monkey mind to become a divine monkey mind. Rechannel our self-serving interest to become a selfless servant. And teach our consciousness to view the movie of the divine Leela, the drama of everyday attitudes and occurrences with the similar conviction and strength as Hanuman showed in all of his endeavors. All of his karma was made pure by his devotion. By making his puja, the worship of the divine servant of the Lord, we too can purify ourselves. Karma is of 4 kinds. The first is called sankapla, meaning past, over, done with, completed. It exists only as a memory in our minds. The second is called Vartamana, present, that which is going on right now. The third is called Prarabdha. Prarabdha karma is that which will come in the future. The classical illustration given by Shankaracharya is of the arrow leaving the archer's bow. Once the arrow has taken flight, there is nothing the archer can do to change the trajectory. He merely stands and watches. This is called Prarabdha karma. Those seeds sown in the past, which will be realized in the future. Until the arrows of our past experience land, we must stand and watch. The past exists as a present recollection. The future exists as a present projection. The actual reality is here and now. The fourth kind of karma is called nitya karma, eternal karma, the karma which is beyond all time and hence removes us from time. It is true, valid, past, present, and future. Yoga means union. Meaning union is the goal of nitya karma. In union, there ceases to be the I subject and you object. The subject-object relationship no longer exists because in union, there is only one. Union is eternal, and the functions performed within that divine union, moving into union and coming out from union without attachment, are called nitya karma. So long as we are not in union, we must act and interact in the world of duality. When we act in the world of duality, there exist only two possibilities. Either we act for me, or we act for thee. Acting for me means that the ego I is glorified through its activities, an enhancement of the ego. Acting for thee means atma samarpana, self-surrender. These two possibilities exist. We earn the privilege of realization of union through acquiring merits. Giving birth to merits is called puja. Pu means punya, merits. Ja means jatva, to give birth. Puja is the name for those acts of worship which give birth to the merits by which we can come into union. Through puja, we earn kripa. Kri means to do, and pa means to get. Kripa is known as grace. The true grace is what we do is what we get. We always receive the fruits of our karma. Now, our worship becomes even more imperative. We shall receive the fruits of our endeavors, hence it behooves us to pattern our behaviors after the most noble examples of conduct. Hanuman exemplifies the ultimate devotion, the highest respect transmitted through his every action. Thus, the worship of Hanuman will, without doubt, inspire devotees with the purest conviction and the most essential motivation in each one's path to self-realization. The following collection of verses constitute a complete puja or guided meditation into the presence of the deity, along with a homa system or invocation and offerings at the sacred fire. The Hanuman Chalisa, or the Adventures of Hanuman, the Bajrang Ban, or the Arrow of the Very Strong, and Sankat Mochan Hanuman Ashtaka, the 8 verses in praise of Hanuman, the reliever of all difficulties, have also been incorporated into the text. Each verse is presented with the Devanagari alphabet first, either Sanskrit or Avadi, being the dialect of classical Hindi used for some of the poetry. This is followed by a Romanized transliteration and then the English translation. The English translation is in strict compliance with Vedic usages and represents the most inspiring interpretations of the myriad of possible choices. We are extremely indebted to Srima for her continuous inspiration, and to the entire family of the Devi Mandir for their tremendous assistance in preparing this publication. Especially we acknowledge a debt of gratitude to all the beautiful beings of light and wisdom who shared with us this path of enlightenment. In the words of Rishi Shunashep in the Rig Veda, Namo Mahabhyo, Namo Abhakebhyo, Namo Jubabhyo, Nama Asilebhya, Yajama Devanjadi Shaknabam, Majaya Sahasam Samavrichi Devaha. I bow to the great wise beings of the past. I bow to the great wise beings of the present. I bow to the great wise beings of the future. If there are any unknown great wise beings of any time, I bow to them as well. With one pointed attention, I bow to them all. Bless me, all of you. And we commence our search with the vision of the rishis of the Rig Veda. Sangachadwang, Sangbadadwang, Sangomanang Sijanatam, Deva Bhagam Jatha Purve Sanjanana Upasate Samano Mantra Samitaki Samani Samanam Manakasaka Chittamesham Samanam Mantra Mabi Mantra Yebaha Samane Namo Abhisha Abhujomi Samani ba akutiki samana hridayani ba samanamastu bomano jatabaha susahasati. Oh, let us all assemble together. Let all speak together. Let all minds be in harmony. The shining ones of ancient times all proceeded by this worship. When all thoughts are absorbed in mantra, then consciousness becomes fixed in the recollection most glorious. When all thoughts become absorbed in mantra, then by means of mantra, all thoughts are poured as oblations into the divine fire. This place is common, these thoughts are common, so let our hearts be shared as well. Let all thoughts, all minds be united so that all may enjoy peace and contentment. And that was the last shukta, the last hymn from the Rig Veda. This is our objective. A shared heart, a united mind, peace and contentment being enjoyed by all. May the worship of Hanuman bless us with that attainment. Please accept this respectful offering. Swami Satyananda Saraswati Devi Mandir, 1990. Let's proceed into the Kushandika, the introductory mantras. Let's proceed to the Devata Pranam on page 10. And now we begin all our pujas by saying Namaste. Hey gods and goddesses, we bow to you. Namaste, Namaha. The left hand is Shiva and the right hand is Shakti. The left hand is consciousness and the right hand is nature. The left hand says with all the consciousness of nature, with all the energy of which I'm conscious, I bow to the divinity which represent to me from my heart. Namaste. Sriman Mahaganadipataye Namaha. Lakshmi Narayanabhyam Namaha. Umamateshwarabhyam Namaha. Bani Hiranyakarpabhyam Namaha. Sachi Purandarabhyam Namaha. Mata Pitribhyam Namaha. Ishta Devatabhyam Namaha. Kula Devatabhyam Namaha. Krama Devatabhyam Namaha. Vastu Devatabhyam Namaha. Stana Devatabhyam Namaha. Sarvebhyo Devebhyo Namaha. Sarvebhyo Brahmanebhyo Namaha. And now, take your light, or a candle, or a little diya. We make them out of ghee and take a piece of string and dip it in the ghee, or you can use oil or some kind of source of the mustard oil, or you can even use something, salad oil, whatever you have, and make a little deep. And this is our light, and we'll say, Om Magdi Jyoti Bravi Jyotish Chandro Jyotistate Bacha. Jyoti Samutamo Deva Deepo Ayam Pratigriyatam Esha Deepa Obam Anamate Rudratmakaya Hum Fat Swaha. And offer that light. Take a piece of incense. Om Vanaspatir Sopano Gandhyatai Gandhakuttama Agreya Sarvadevanam Dupoyam Pratigriyatam Esha Dupa Omam Hanumate Rudratmakaya Kumpatsva. And take a little piece of camphor and put it into, we call it an arthikam. And take the piece of camphor and light it on fire. It's the blaze of pure white camphor. It's pure devotion illuminated. Om Chandra Vidya Chandarini Vidudagnis Tatevacha Tadeva Sarva Jyoti Sing Aratrikam Pratigriyatam Omam Anamate Rudratmakaya Kumpatsva Aratrikam Samakayami. Pai Om Paya Prithivyam Payo Oshadishu Payo Divyantarikshe Payo Daha Payo Swati Pradesha Santamakyam Om Adya Devata Patu Devata Suryo Devata Chandrama Devata Vasabo Devata Rudro Devata Ditya Devata Maruto Devata Vishwe Deva Devata Priyaspatir Devatendra Devata Varuna Devata. Now let's say the Gayatri Mantra. Om Bhur Bhuvat Swaha Tatsa Vitur Varenyam Pargo Devasya Dhimati Dhiyo Yona Prachodayad. Om Bhu Om Bhuva Om Sva Om Aha Om Janaha Om Tapaha Om Satyam Om Tatsa Vitur Varenyam Pargo Devasya Dhimati Dhiyo Yona Prachodayad. Om Apo Jyotira Samritam Brahma Bhurvasvaram. Bless our mala. Om Mamale Mahamade Sarvasati Surupini Chaturbhagastani Nastas Tasvana Mesidida Baba. Om Aviganam Kuru Malitwam Prinami Dachinekare Chabakale Chasidyartam Pasidam Mama Siddhake. Om Akshamala Dipataye Sutidin Dehi Dehi Sarvamantrartha Sadhini Sadhaka Sadhaka Sarvasiddhi Purikapakya Mesva. Now offer some flowers. Heta Gandha Pushpe Om Gam Ganapataye Namah. Heta Gandha Pushpe Om Adityadi Navagraktevyo Namah. Heta Gandha Pushpe Om Sivadi Panchadevatayo Namah. Heta Gandha Pushpe Om Indradi Dasadik Palevyo Namah. Heta Gandha Pushpe Om Matsyadi Dasavatarevyo Namah. Heta Gandha Pushpe Om Prajapatage Namah. Heta Gandha Pushpe Om Namo Narayanaya Namah. Heta Gandha Pushpe Om Sarvebhyo Devebhyo Namah. Heta Gandha Pushpe Om Sarvabhyo Devebhyo Namah. Heta Gandha Pushpe Om Sri Girve Namah. Heta Gandha Pushpe Om Brahmanebhyo Namah. And now we'll tie a piece of string around our middle finger, around the wrist, or if you can't tie it around your wrist, just take some flowers in your hand and say Om Kushasane Stito Brahma Kushe Cheba Janardana Kushe Akasada Vishnu Kushasanam Namostate. And in your left hand, take a spoonful of water or your water pot and say, take a sip. Om Keshavaya Namaha Swaha. Om Madhavaya Namaha Swaha. Om Govindaya Namaha Swaha. Om Vishnu, Om Vishnu, Om Vishnu. And then make sure to wash your hands afterwards. Tat Vishnu Paramam Patam Sada Pasyanti Surya Stivi Vachatratatam Tat Vipra Sapi Panova Jagrivanso Smindrate Vishnu Tat Paramam Patam Om Apavitra Pavitrova Sarvavastangato Piva Yahasmaret Gundari Kakam Sabhavya Yantarasati Om Sarva Mangla Mangalyam Parenyam Bhardam Shabam Narayanam Namaskritya Sarva Karmani Karake Suryascha Meti Mantrasya Brahmarishi Prakritishtanda Apo Devata Achmani Vinyoga. Now, take a little bit of water or some sandal paste or a little bleach and draw a triangle, equilateral triangle underneath your asana and put a bindu in the center and say Om Asanasya Mantrasya Meru Krishtarishi Sutalam Chanda Kurma Devata Asano Pabeshane Vinyoga, and take a flower, Heti Gandha Pushpi Om Ring Adarashatare Kamalasana Nama, and put it right in the middle of that triangle on the bindu. Om Pritvi Tvayagrita, Loka Devi Tvam Vishnu Nadrita, Pam Chadarya Mandityam, Pavitram Guru Chasanam. Now we're going to bow to the gurus, the whole lineage. Om Guru beyond them all, Om Param Guru beyond them all, Om Parapara Guru beyond them all, Om Parameshti Guru beyond them all, Om Ganganesha in them all, Om Ananta in them all, Om Aing Ring Kling Chamunda Deviche, Om Namah Shivaya. Om Hamate Rudratmakaya Krum Patsva. Om Hamate Rudratmakaya Krum Patsva. And then we're going to snap our fingers in the 10 directions, forwards, backwards, to the right, to the left, and the northwest and the southeast, and the northeast and the southwest, and above and below. Well, let's go back and read the translation of what we've been chanting for a while. We're on page 10. We bow to the respected great Lord of wisdom. Nobody gets past the door without wisdom. Sorry. So you better start bowing right now. Nobody gets through the door unless they understand what the door is and where they're going. We bow to Lakshmi and Narayan, the goal of all existence and the perceiver of all. We bow to Uma and Maheshwar, Shiva and Shakti, the Divine Mother and the Divine Father, she who protects the existence and the great consciousness or seer of all. We bow to Bani and Hiranyagarbha, Saraswati and Brahma, who create the cosmic existence. We bow to Sachi and Purandar, Indra and his wife, Indrani, who preside over all that is divine. They rule over heaven, and they are the chief amongst the gods. We bow to the mothers and fathers. We bow to the chosen deity of worship. We bow to the family deity of worship. We bow to the village deity of worship. We bow to the particular household deity of worship. We bow to the established deity of worship. Hey, we bow to all the gods and goddesses. Oh, we bow to all the gods. Namaste. We bow to all the knowers of divinity. Bowing means with all the energy of my conscious being, I'm demonstrating my respect. My one-pointed mindedness with one-pointed devotion, I'm paying attention to you and respecting you and absorbing your qualities into my being. Now I'm bowing. I'm bowing to all that's divine in the house, in the village, in the temple, in the whole cosmos, from the microcosm to the macrocosm. I demonstrate the sincerity of my respect to you. Now we're going to wave the light. Om, the divine fire is the light. The light of wisdom is the light. The light of devotion is the light of the as well. The sun, the moon, and the fire. All the light of the light of wisdom, the light of devotion, the light of love. They're all in the light that I'm offering, and the light of the highest bliss, oh God, is in the light which we offer, the light which we request you to accept. With the offering of light, Om, we bow to the highest principle, to Hanuman, the manifestation of the reliever of sufferings. Cut the ego, purify. I am one with God. Om, spirit of the forest, we're offering incense. Spirit of the forest, from you is produced the most excellent of scents. The scent most pleasing to all the gods, that scent we request you to accept. That's what I'm giving you in my incense, Hanuman. Oh God, I'm giving you the scent that's most pleasing to all the gods. I hope you like it. That scent we request you to accept with the offering of fragrant scent. Om, we bow to the highest principle, to Hanuman, the manifestation, the reliever of sufferings. Cut the ego, purify. I am one with God. And now our blazing camphor in the Aratrikam, all-knowing as the moon, the sun, and the divine fire. You got the three lights again. You alone are all light, and this light we request you to accept. With the offering of light, Om, we bow to the highest principle, to Hanuman, to the manifestation of the reliever of sufferings. Cut the ego, purify, I am one with God. Om, earth is a reservoir of nectar. All vegetation is a reservoir of nectar. The divine atmosphere is a reservoir of nectar, and also above. May all perceptions shine forth with the sweet taste of nectar for us. Om, the divine fire, the light of purity is the shining God. The wind is the shining God. The sun, the light of wisdom, is the shining God. The moon, the Lord of devotion, is the shining God. The protectors of the wealth are the shining gods. The relievers of sufferings are the shining gods. The sons of the light are the shining gods. The emancipated seers, the Maruts, are the shining gods. The universal shining gods are the shining gods. The guru of the gods is the shining God. The ruler of the gods is the shining God. The Lord of waters is the shining God. Who's the shining God? We've got a lot of shining gods around here. Namaste to all the shining gods and goddesses. Om, the infinite beyond conception, the gross body, the subtle body, and the causal body. Now, the gross body is that which is perceived through the senses. The subtle body is that which is conceived in the mind. The causal body is that which is known through meditation or intuition or beyond. We meditate upon that light of wisdom, which is the supreme wealth of the gods. May it grant to us increase in our meditations. And that's the moon mantra of the Sanatana Dharma. The eternal ideal of perfection has as its root, as its basis, the prayer for an increase in wisdom. There is no circumstance in life where we will not find more wisdom valuable. More wisdom will be valuable to us in every circumstance of our lives. Now we have 7 levels of consciousness. The gross body, the subtle body, the causal body, the great body of existence. That's everything. The great body of knowledge. That's all that we can know, possibly. The great body of light. All knowledge is illuminated, and that light is even more subtle than the knowledge, which is more subtle than the totality of existence. The body of light, the body of truth. Satyam, Sat, Chit. The consciousness, Chit. Impure, the consciousness of pure existence. Sat is Ananda. Bliss. We meditate upon that light of wisdom, which is the supreme wealth of the gods. May it grant to us increase in our meditations, please. Please, that's why we're praying to you, we're meditating upon you, we're trying to the extent of our capability to increase the amount of wisdom, the amount of light. We are invoking you with all the respect and attentiveness of which we're capable, and praying that you give us greater capacity. Please. May the divine waters, luminous with the nectar of immortality, of the supreme divinity, fill the earth, the atmosphere, and the heavens. Thank you for sprinkling those divine waters on my head after the oddity. Bless your mala, oh my rosary, this great measurement of consciousness, and it does measure consciousness, it limits consciousness, it makes me pay attention. All my consciousness is focused right here. You are containing the energy of all the mantras that I recite. Now my consciousness is fixed. This great measurement of consciousness containing all energy within. As your intrinsic nature, it is the intrinsic nature of a mala to receive all the energy of all the mantras that you recite while moving the beads of the mala. That's what it's for. It's an object created for the exclusive purpose of retaining the energy of all mantras that we recite. It has no other function. Well, maybe you could use it for something else. But why? Give to me the attainment of your perfection, fulfilling the 4 objectives of life. And remember, Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. This is the 4 objectives of life. Chaturbharga, it's called. We want the Dharma is to realize the ideal of perfection. Art is to define how much resources are required to realize that ideal. Kama is to fulfill or transcend or get rid of in some way, move beyond all the other desires except for that ideal of perfection. And when those 3 are in harmony, you know the ideal, it's defined. You've got just the right amount, not too much, not too little. You got just enough stuff to complete the goal. You have no other desire outstanding. That is moksha. That's liberation or self-realization. Om Rosary, you please remove all obstacles. I hold you in my right hand at the time of recitation. Be pleased with me. You have the capacity to be nice to me, Mr. Mala. Please give me the energy of the mantras that I'm reciting and let me pay attention to you. Please don't let my mind wander off with all the other monkeys out there, swinging from limb to limb, thought to thought, and desire to desire. Please, at the time of recitation, be pleased with me. Allow me to attain the highest perfection. Please. That's my prayer. Om Rosary of Rudraksha seeds, my Lord, you are divine to me. Give to me excellent attainment. Give to me, give to me. Illuminate the meanings of all mantras. Illuminate, illuminate. Fashion me with all excellent attainments. Fashion me. I am one with God. Please, Mr. Mala, be kind to me. Captivate my attention. Oh, arrest my wandering mind. Take that monkey and put him in a cage. Let him think only about you. Now, let's offer flowers. With these scented flowers, we bow to the Lord of wisdom, Lord of the multitudes. Ganesh is always first. With these scented flowers, we bow to the sun, the light of wisdom, along with the 9 planets. With these scented flowers, we bow to Shiva, the consciousness of infinite goodness, along with the 5 primary deities. And remember, all worship in Sanatana Dharma, in Hindu Dharma, includes all the branches of Hindu Dharma, the worshippers of Shiva, Shakti, Vishnu, Ganesh, and Surya, the 9 planets. Navagraha. So all worship, whether you're Vaishnava, Shakta, Shaiva, or Ganapat, whatever marg, whatever your Ishtadeva is, you will follow, you will worship all 5 deities in every place. With these scented flowers only bow to Indra, the rule of the pure, along with the 10 protectors of the 10 directions. In every direction there's another God protecting us. We are protected. With these scented flowers only bow to Vishnu, the fish, along with the 10 incarnations he received. He assumed, remember, he was a fish, and then he became a turtle, and then he became a boar, and then he became a man lion, and then he became a little dwarf, and then he became Purusharam, and then he became Ram, and then he became Buddha, and then he became Krishna, and then he became Kalki, and then he became Sriman. With these scented flowers only bow to the Lord of all created beings. With these scented flowers only bow to the perfect perception of consciousness. Please. With these scented flowers only bow to all the gods. With these scented flowers only bow to all the goddesses. With these scented flowers only bow to the guru. And with these scented flowers, we bow to all the Brahmins, all the knowers of wisdom. And now we're going to tie a little piece of string around our finger or our wrist. Brahma is in the shining light or in the kusha grass with which we tie the string. In the shining light resides Janardhan, the Lord of Beings. That's me, your son, Vishnu. The supreme, all-pervading consciousness, Vishnu, resides in the shining light. O repository of the shining light, we bow down to you, the seat of Kush grass. And now we'll take some sips of water. Om, we bow to the one in beautiful hair. Ka, A, Sha, Kesha, is the cause of Brahma. A is the protector of the wisdom, Vishnu, and Sha is Shiva. So Keshava is he who creates, protects, and transforms the universe, as well as the one with beautiful hair. Om, we bow to the one who is always sweet. Om, we bow to he who is one-pointed light. Om, consciousness, consciousness, consciousness. We wash our lips with the name of consciousness. We wash our hands with the names of God. Everything we speak will be sweet and pure. Everything. That's why we invoke the one who is always sweet. Hey, make me say something sweet. Take away all the sour words that I have in my mouth. Durmukh in the Chandi is the foul mouth, who tends to say things that are not so sweet. Om, that consciousness of the highest station, who always sees the light of wisdom, give us divine eyes. Om, that twice-born teacher who is always thirsty for accepting the nectar of devotion. Hey, can you imagine? He's never had enough to drink. He always wants more. No matter how much of the nectar of devotion you offer to him, he's always thirsty. He'll drink you under the table. Oh, consciousness, you are in that highest station. I'd hate to pick up his bill. Om, the impure and the pure reside within all objects. Who remembers the lotus-eyed consciousness is conveyed to radiant beauty. All the welfare of all welfare, the highest blessing of purity and illumination. With the offering of respect, we bow down to the Supreme Consciousness, who is the actual performer of all actions. Oh, these are the mantras of the light of wisdom. The creative capacity is the seer. Nature is the meter. The divine flow of waters is the deity being applied in washing the hands and rinsing the mouth. And now here we are doing the Acamana. That is the viniyog, the application of washing our hands and mouth for that purpose. So remember here, the mantras are of the light of wisdom. Brahma, the creative capacity, is the seer. Nature is the meter, the rhythm of nature. The divine flow of waters is the deity because we're taking the waters and we're washing our mouth and our hands, being applied and washing the hands and rinsing the mouth. And now draw the following yantra. It's a trikona, perfect equilateral triangle with a bindu in the middle of it, right underneath our asana. Introducing the mantras of the purification of the seat. The seer is he whose back is straight. Thank you very much. I rest my case. The meter is a very beautiful form. The tortoise who supports the earth, that's the Kurma Deva, is the deity. These mantras are applied to make the seat free from obstructions. Now remember when we were going to churn the milk ocean, the gods and the demons got on each side, and they were afraid. They were using Mount Mandar as the churning rod, and they were afraid the mountain would sink to the bottom of the ocean. So Vishnu came as a tortoise and supported the creation. So he supported the mountain. And then they were able to churn the milk ocean. Well, here, Vishnu is sitting on your butt. He's supporting you. And the person who sees that Vishnu is supporting you is he whose back is straight. So remember, whenever you're crouched over, you've got a kink in the pipe. You can't allow the energy to flow upwards if there's a kink in the pipe. You don't need any obstruction. We've got enough problems as it is. I mean, I can't control the monkey mind, but at least I can control my backbone and sit straight. So he whose back is straight is the seer of the hymn. The tortoise who supports us. We are supported from the bottom, from the top. On top is Brahma, on bottom is Vishnu. In the center is the Kundalini. The Sushumna is straight, and the Kundalini can make its journey. These mantras are applied to make the seat free from obstructions. These are the mantras which teach us how to sit. Om Earth, you support the realms of the goddess. You are supported by the supreme consciousness. Also bear me eternally and make pure this seat. Now I want to bow to the lineage of all the people who taught us this knowledge, and they gave forth this tradition and this heritage so that we have the capacity to follow these instructions ourselves. And on my left is my guru. Om, I bow to the guru. Thank you, guru. And Om, I bow to my guru's guru. And Om, I bow to the guru of the lineage. And Om, I bow to the Supreme Guru. That's Shiva. And on the right side, Om, I bow to the Lord of Wisdom, Ganesh. Om, I bow to the Infinite One, Anant. Om, Aim, Ring, Kling, Chamunda, Devi, Che. Om, creation, circumstance, transformation are known by consciousness. Om Namah Shivaya, I bow to the consciousness of infinite goodness. Om, we bow to the highest principle, to Hanuman, the manifestation of the reliever of sufferings. Cut the ego, purify, I am one with God. Clap your hands 3 times. And snap your fingers in the 10 directions. Om, Hang, Hanamate, Rudratmakaya, Hum, Fat, Swaha. Are there any questions?
So we actually have one. Why in the Hanuman Puja or in the Hanuman mantra is it the only one that has hum thoughts?
It is not the only one that has Hum Fat Swaha. There are many mantras which have Hum Fat Swaha. Hanuman's mantra is one.
There's a question from Kumari.
Namaste, Kumari Ma.
Says, Pranam Swamiji, please comment on how we can live in union with the divine yet exist in the world of duality. That seems to be a contradiction.
It sure does. Study the Hanuman Puja. And Hanuman Hanuman is going to teach our monkey minds to stop swinging from thought to thought, to complete our sankalpa efficiently and quickly, and return to the joy of singing the name of Ram. That's the best advice I could offer in a short time.
Kumari has also another question. When would be an occasion to do Hanuman Puja?
Kumari Mom, we in the Devi Mandir do Hanuman Puja every Saturday. We also perform on Ram Navami, on Hanuman Jayanti. There are several such occasions where worshippers whose principal deity is not Hanuman, they can add Hanuman worship to their regular routine of worship. And it's always a joy and a delight to do so. Whenever you get time or inspiration, please feel free to worship Hanuman. He has no requirements. He doesn't say you have to worship me at this time, at this day. You can worship him anytime. It works for you. It works for Hanuman.
Nanda from San Jose has a question.
Namaste, Nandama.
Is Hanuman's example suggesting to us that the mind can be conquered by devotion?
Absolutely. But not only devotion, Hanuman manifested his devotion through service. So he acted in a devoted way. It's not enough just to say, I love you, I love you, I love you. Well, sometimes somebody's got to get up and go to the market. And I want to thank Nandu for getting up and going to market last week.
Also, Kumari has another question.
Surely.
Philosophically speaking, would it be true to identify Hanuman with Virats?
It's possible, but it's a large stretch because Virat and Tejas and Ishwar, those three go hand in hand. I would rather call Virat manifested the vast, the manifestation of the vast, like Maharlok. And I'd rather call Hanuman the manifestation, the embodiment of the purity of devotion which manifests through service to the Lord. So here, Virat is not active. I mean, it has all kinds of movement in it, but it has no specific motivated action. But Hanuman, he is definitely motivated by his sankalpa to serve Ram. So I would create some distinctions between that analogy. Yes, please.
What is the significance of Shiva, whose consciousness taking birth and manifesting as Hanuman?
Well, you know, one day Vishnu was in very, very deep meditation. And Lakshmi was confounded. She said to Vishnu, Vishnu, everyone in the world meditates upon you. Upon whom will you meditate? What do you mean with meditation? Everybody meditates on you. And Vishnu looked at her and said, Lakshmi, I was meditating on Shiva. Because Shiva is my inner being, my inner self. And Shiva and I are one. So whenever Vishnu manifested, Shiva was there to help. Whenever Shiva manifested, Vishnu was there to help. They are all part and parcel of one supreme divinity. It's like you're coming here with your wife. You come together. It's not just one, but you manifest together. And that's your sankalpa. That's your being. You are one soul and two bodies. In the same way, Shiva and Vishnu are one. And there is no duality allowed. Are there other questions? Om Mahang Hanumate Rudratmakaya Hum Fat Swaha. Om Sam Saraswati Namaha. Namaste. Well, we got off to a good start tonight, and we'll continue with our sankapla in our next session. Namaste.